I'm Caden, the Charming Avenger, and on my channel, I'm learning how to bake. Now, I'm not learning how to bake just by watching a YouTube tutorial or following a recipe online. I'm learning how to bake by trying to recreate the main heat challenges from Food Network's Baking Championships. Since we are in September, that means right now we are focusing on the Halloween Baking Championship. This week, the contestants had to make a dessert buffet for vampires. So they had to create 3 separate desserts and serve those up. So tonight I am going to be making a raspberry and pomegranate macaroon. I'm going to make a raspberry cake donut. There we go, donut. There we go, that's the word. And I am going to make, for the first time ever, I'm going to make a French Madeleine that is going to be flavored like baked cinnamon apple. So I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of things that I have to do all together. Now, they had to incorporate a trick and a treat. The treat was that they had to incorporate black garlic into at least one of their desserts, or one of their desserts, I'm sorry, just one of their desserts. I have never used black garlic in my life. I barely use garlic in my normal life. I know that the Italian in me is very disappointed, but I'm really excited to try this and to see how it works. I'm going to incorporate this into the raspberry cake donuts tonight. I think it's going to give it a good earthy tone. It's really going to bounce off of the raspberry really nicely. We'll see if that works. Now, as for the trick, I just actually remembered this one and I don't have anything planned for it, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But they have to create an edible coffin to serve one of their treats in. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to entail for me. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it, because it just seems something like waste that I don't know. When it comes to just serving something, I feel like that's just wasteful. So I may not do it just because I don't have unlimited resources like the Food Network does. Or I may do it because why not, right? So that's it. We're going to first get started on the raspberry macaroons because they do take the longest to make because you have to let them cure and sit and do all that stuff. It is humid here in Florida tonight. It's been raining all afternoon. So cross your fingers that my feet develop. I'm a little worried, but I'm going to try it anyways because that is what you do on the Halloween Baking Championship. So let's get into it. Let's make some macaroons. So the macaroons are over on the kitchen table. They are just going to hang out until they are kind of textury, sticky on the tops. That means that they're about ready to be cooked. It is a little humid in here tonight, so they might go on a little longer than what I wanted to wait to cook them, but it's okay. I have a lot of other things to do while they are getting ready. Next, I'm going to be moving on to the Madeleines, which I want to call Mandalorians, but they are Madeleines. So I'm going to make the Madeleines next. I am going to be using a cinnamon apple infused rooibos tea with chamomile as my flavoring for these. I'm going to cut this open, melt down the butter, and let it kind of steep for a little bit, and then I'm gonna infuse it, I guess. I've never done it. I'm excited. This smells amazing. This is brand new. The lady at Whole Foods was telling me today this is a brand new flavor for this year, and it smells really good. So hopefully it tastes really good in the Madeleines. I said it right that time. Whew, lot to do. So let's make some Madeleines. So the first batch of donuts are in the oven. I really, really, really like the way that that they came out. I just tried the batter again, just kind of double check it to make sure that I didn't put too much garlic in there. I went ahead and added a second clove of that black garlic. It tastes like a caramelized onion. It is so sweet and so earthy. It's really pleasant. I was actually expecting to be kind of overkill of like this garlicky bite, but instead it's just pleasant and smooth, and I really like it. I'm actually already considering what I'm going to use the rest of that for, in savory dishes, not desserts. Some things I don't believe go in desserts. Garlic is one of those. But I really like it. I think it's really good, and I'm really excited to see how these turn out. So they're going to cook for about 18 minutes or so, and then I have to kind of get all of this together. I don't know what I'm going to do. There is still a disheveledness of my of my plan here. The Madeleines didn't come out the way I wanted them to. I was going to make them kind of look like gravestones, but now they just kind of look like blobs. But the macaroons look good. They do taste a little bitey, so they kind of crunch up. So I might have overcooked them just a little bit, but they're still really good. I have to figure out how I'm going to decorate it, and I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But this is a good night. I've had a good night baking. This dough is just, oh man, it's so good. I hope these donuts turn out really well. If they do turn out really well, I may use this recipe again just for the fun of it, because they taste good. So yeah, I'm gonna go sit for a while. See ya. So the first batch of donuts are out of the oven, and let me tell you, they are gross. Sweet and savory just don't mix. It's just something that's not supposed to happen. The raspberries and the donut taste great, but there's too much of a earthy caramelized dirt flavor that is not good, which is kind of a bummer because I made 24 of these things, and I think they're gonna just go straight in the trash. I'll bring them into work. Maybe my coworkers will like them. Maybe I could say it's a trick or treat for them to get in the holiday spirit, but either way, I am not a fan, and neither is Allison. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's got a weird texture. Oh, it doesn't have a weird texture. It's got a weird taste. I wish you could actually taste it, because then you'd be able to tell me what it tastes like. But to me, it just tastes like dirt. The garlic on its own is good, probably really great in savory dishes, maybe something mixed with seafood, probably delicious. But in sweet desserts, it just doesn't belong. So for whoever came up with this idea on the Food Network, why? Why did you do that? Why? It makes no sense. Those are going to finish baking, and then I'm going to figure out something to do for an organizing thing. My macaroon jelly is in the fridge. I want to get it nice and chilled so that when it goes onto the macaroons, it stays put, doesn't run around. I'm really tired of throwing things away. It was the croquembouche last week, the cake the week before. It's going to be the donuts this week because they're just not good. Maybe I should just stick to Holiday Baking Championship. They have better flavors. This trick or treat thing with the garlic, it's not good. I'm learning stuff though. I learned tonight that you don't bake with garlic. That's evil and should never be done again. So there's that. Okay, so I am done for the night. The donuts, I think, just kind of killed the rest of whatever spirit was left in me for the evening. I don't like them. They taste awful, and that's kind of a bummer because I was really hoping that it was going to work. I heard all of these contestants using it right and it tasting good and it working with their desserts, and for me, it just tastes like spicy dirt. and I don't like it. I think in a savory dish, like I said before, a seafood dish or a pasta dish, it would be fantastic. Maybe even on pizza with some caramelized onions, it would be really, really good. In a savory dessert, it does not taste good at all, and I think that broke me for the night. I wanted to do more with the Madeleines. I wanted to decorate them, and I just had kind of all of that sucked out of me. The Madeleines, I think they turned out right. I've never actually had one before, so I don't know if this is what they're supposed to taste like or not. They're kind of spongy. They're kind of chewy. They're a little crunchy on the outside. So I think they're good. They taste great. They've got amazing apple cinnamon flavor in them. But they didn't come out of the pan right. So this is supposed to be like the pretty side of the Madeleine. There we go, Madeleine. And this is obviously supposed to be just the back, the shell. I was gonna decorate them and make them look nice, but I just don't want to. I mean, tonight would be the night that I would be sent home if I was on Holiday Baking Championship. I didn't utilize the ingredients to the best of my ability tonight. I did not complete all of the tasks. I tried to make a casket out of leftover donuts, donut batter, but it crumbled in my hands as I was putting it together. And I think that's really what just did it for me. I'll show you. Hang on. Let me get it for you. This is what I tried to do. So you can see, let me take those off. That was supposed to be me serving it on there, but I have this, it was supposed to be all bent up, and it just started to crack and crumble, and it just didn't work. I mean, it's beautiful. Maybe if I like just did it upside down like this. There you go. Now it works. See, there you go. Now it's a tomb. So I tried to do something with it, and it just didn't work. They taste bad, dude. They taste so bad. I'm gonna bring them to work tomorrow anyways and tell my coworkers, hey, they got garlic in them. Try it if you want, just to see if they eat them. I don't know. Airline people pretty much eat anything. As for the Madeleine, let's go back to this. So this is what the inside looks like. It's got some air pockets in it. It's nice, and I mean, it looks nice. It tastes so good. I mean, it's so opposite from those things over there that I will not speak about anymore. These taste really good. And then we get into what I think is my proudest by far tonight, which is the macaroons. So let's see if I can pick one. Here we go. This is a good looking one. If you look, I don't know if you can see that or not. We got some nice feet all the way around. I was a little worried because it is humid outside tonight, but I cranked the air in the house down a little bit. I let these sit for a little while longer, and they came out beautifully. Now, when I bite into it, these are my favorite things of the night. There's a raspberry pomegranate jelly inside of it that just takes this macaroon to a whole different level. It's sweet, it's tangy, it's chewy, it's soft. I mean, if I ordered this on a menu, I would be so happy with this. This is something that I'm proud of. This might be the only thing tonight that I am proud of. It is so good. It was supposed to be a little darker. It looks like a gender reveal party, pink, but it's just so good. So good. If you ever get a chance to try this raspberry pomegranate jelly from Whole Foods, do it. It is delicious. So that about wraps up this week. Next week, it looks like it's going to be cake carving and creepy dolls, and I'm excited for that one. Hopefully, I will have a redemption week where I just come back and knock it out of the park. Until then, remember to be kind to one another. We need it right now, and if I can bake, so can you. I'll see you next week.